morning, Raptors, and welcome to Wake Up Raptors, your quick hit news update for everything happening in the Future Fiction Academy. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Alyssa. This week's energy, invisible work wins. Not the flashy launch, but the quiet fixes. A sharper first paragraph, one clearer promise on your sales page. Creativity thrives when you tidy the frame around it. Business. Readers convert when the path from discovery to purchase is obvious. Fix friction before you scale spend. Warning, chasing virality will burn budget and soul. Optimizing small, repeated things builds long term momentum. Outcome. If you choose one tiny, high leverage edit and finish it, you'll end the week with better reach and less noise. Now let's get right into it because there's a lot happening.
Tonight, we interrupt your regular programming with a special report for writers because what was just announced inside the Future Fiction Academy is amazing. 2 live limited run intensives have officially opened for enrollment. These are not a part of the Future Fiction membership, and they will not be added to the library later. Our first story centers on Harper's romance writing camp. Harper is the author of more than 30 romance novels, is a recognized expert in advanced AI prompting for fiction. For the first time inside the FFA, she is leading a fully guided, end-to-end, romance-intensive design to take writers from initial concept to completed novel. Live workshops 3 times per week over the course of 3 weeks. Writers will be guided through drafting, development, and execution using anti-gravity, RaptorWrite, and other AI-assisted writing tools with a focus on speed, structure, and market-aware storytelling. Participants receive comprehensive notes, lessons, and systems designed not only for this project, but also for future novels. Our second story focuses on writing JAFF with Notion, an intensive camp led by Elizabeth Ann West. Elizabeth is the author of over 25 JAFF novels, an advanced AI prompter, and a leading voice in applying Notion to professional writing workflows. In this intensive, writers learn to use Notion as a centralized system for brainstorming, organization, drafting, series management, and author websites. This format mirrors the romance writing camp, where you have live workshops 3 times per week for 3 weeks. Participants will receive structured notes, reusable templates, and complete workflows designed to replace fragmented systems and streamline the writing process. While built specifically for JAFF writers, the underlying system translates across all genres. It is important to clarify one point. Future Fiction Academy memberships does not include these workshops. I repeat, these workshops are not included in the membership. These intensives must be purchased separately. It will not be unlocked through membership tiers. Writers who wish to attend both may purchase them as a bundled package and receive over 30% off per workshop. To reduce barriers, payment options including Klarna, Afterpay, and PayPal will also be available. These workshops are going to be live, and they represent a rare opportunity to work directly with 2 high output, systems driven authors in a structured, executed, focused environment. These lives will also be recorded and posted in the workshop for people in different time zones who are unable to attend the lives. For those considering the membership, the FFA membership serves as a central hub for all Future Fiction Academy offerings. Members receive access to every standalone course, live Q&A sessions, all tools created by the FFA, and additional classes ranging from foundational workflows to advanced automations, publishing strategies, and marketing systems that did not make the transition to a standalone class. The accelerator is where the full ecosystem comes together, and the link to join is available in the description down below. Speaking of FFA membership, here's Alyssa.
This week's focus is cover analysis and style extraction. Your book cover is doing work even when you're not looking. It signals genre, sets reader expectations, and either opens or closes the sale before a single word is read. But most authors evaluate covers emotionally, not systematically. This week, we're teaching you how to reverse engineer covers so you can brief designers with clear directions or generate AI covers that actually fit your market. Use the cover analysis prompt to extract the visual DNA of a successful cover in your genre. Composition rules, color logic, lighting treatment, typography constraints, and the non negotiables that keep a cover on brand. Then generate a new cover concept in the same style and validate it for consistency. Train your eye to see covers as systems, not art. When you can articulate why a cover works in reproducible terms, you stop guessing and start controlling one of your most high leverage marketing assets. So let's go ahead and put this into practice. So we're in TypingMind, and I have the cover montage for fantasy novels, the top 100 that you can get from Kindle Trends. You can do this also with just one of your old covers, as well as taking screenshots of several other covers that you like and want to reproduce. The end goal is to have a pre-existing cover of some kind or a selection of covers of some kind to give the AI. Our prompt that we're using is as follows. Role: you are a professional book cover art director, visual branding engineer, and genre market analyst. Objective: 1. Analyze the provided book cover images. 2. Extract a precise, reproducible visual style blueprint. 3. Generate a book cover description in the same style. 4. Validate that the generated cover matches the extracted style and correct any drift. Do not invent plot details. Do not reference specific artists unless they are visibly and unmistakably referenced. Do not optimize for novelty. Optimize for market fit and series cohesion. Phase 1: Style extraction. Reference covers. Analyze the provided cover images and output the following. 1. Genre signaling. The primary genre cue, secondary slash subgenre indicators, reader expectations this cover establishes. 2. Composition and layout rules. Subject placement and hierarchy, framing and camera distance, uses negative space, symmetry versus asymmetry, vertical flow, and focal anchors. 3. Subject treatment rules. Human versus symbolic focus, realism level, photorealistic, painterly, illustrated, stylized, the pose, motion, or implied action, the facial visibility and emotional distance. 4. Color and palette rules. Dominant colors, accent colors, saturation level, warm versus cool balance, emotional impact. 5. Lighting and atmosphere rules. Light direction and intensity, contrast level, environmental effects, including fog, glow, particles, grain, etc. The mood classification. 6. Typography rules, if present. Font category, title versus author hierarchy, integration with artwork, thumbnail legibility, constraints. 7. Texture and finish rules. Clean versus gritty, digital polish versus organic texture, detail density limits. 8. Non-negotiable style constraints. List of rules that must not be broken for a cover to belong in this visual family. Phase 2. Style blueprints abstracted. Condense the analysis into a style name, descriptive, not branded, 5 core visual rules, 5 forbidden deviations, 5 mood keywords. This section becomes the transferable style DNA. Phase 3, cover generation style locked. Using the extracted style blueprint, generate a new book cover concept that adheres strictly to the same visual language. Cover requirements: aspect 2 to 3, clear single focal point, high contrast and legibility at thumbnail size, no visible text unless explicitly requested. Subject slash scene description. Insert subject details here. Character, symbol, setting, or Abstract concept. Generation output. Detailed visual description of the new cover. Composition explanation. How it follows the rules. Color plus lighting breakdown. Why would it visually belong beside the original covers? Phase 4. Consistency validation. Self-critique. Evaluate the generated cover against the extracted style rules. Output. Elements that perfectly match the style, any detected drift or rule violations, specific corrections to bring it into alignment. If drift exists, revise the cover description to fully comply with the style blueprint. Final output format strict. 1. The style extraction. 2. The abstracted style blueprint. 3. The generated cover description. 4. The style consistency validation, and 5, the corrected final cover description if needed. Success criteria. A reader browsing the genre shelf should assume these covers belong to the same series, imprint, or visual brand. If this is not true, the task is failed. For this, I'm going to run this in 3 different models. We're going to do GPT 5.2, Claude Sonnet 4.5, and Gemini 3 Pro. In addition to that, I have some plugins enabled, one of which should be image generation. I need to zoom out so I can actually see it. Looks like maybe I don't have that turned on, so let me go add that in. Okay, now that I've got that enabled, let's go ahead and make sure one more time that that's there. Okay, it is, and send. Alrighty, now that that's done, so the GPT 5.2 model took the longest, and it was very thorough in all of the information it has. It was the longest of the responses. Looking at some of our other options, we have Sonnet. Going through, it didn't actually complete the task. It did give some brief analysis. It recognized there were several different types of covers available for styles for it to emulate, and it wanted clarification. One of the next things I would try is Opus instead, to see if it can accomplish the task, since obviously, given what I did, GPT 5.2 as well as Gemini was able to accomplish it with what I gave it initially. Gemini, beyond Sonnet, which didn't actually complete the task, did actually complete it fairly fast, and it gave the same information, but it was less thorough in terms of the amount of information per section compared to GPT-5, which might not be such a bad thing, since reading through GPT-5 took so long, but also a more thorough analysis might be better. I am attaching this chat in the notes, so feel free to read them and determine which one is your favorite. As I did with these 3 models, I would recommend potentially running it in further to seeing which one gives you results that you like the best. In addition to that full prompt, we do also have the links to this week's worksheet and courses. That is all for this week's update. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can stay up to date with the latest FFA news. Leave a comment on your favorite part of this week's update. What kinds of tips and tricks would you like to see in the future? Was this prompt helpful to you? We added something to the new thumbnail. Can you find our Easter egg? Thanks for waking up with us, Raptors, and we'll see you in the next Wake Up Raptors.
Bye.